Hello there, I am your coach, Mrs. Incredible, also known as Sam Candler, and we are here together for a 20-minute beginner upper body kettlebell workout. There are a couple things you need to know whether you are in costume or not. I need you to have clear wrists because the kettlebell is going to lay flat right on the side of your wrists. And I need you to be wearing flat-soled shoes or maybe no shoes at all, as this is going to give you the best chance to transfer force when we do use our kettlebells. So that is a rule for always. Now we are going to get started with this very workout, starting with some shoulder circles just to get a little heat in that upper body. So these arms are just going to rotate. You can allow your thumbs to point up and back and down. That's it. Maybe they get a little bigger and maybe they get a little smaller. Part of this is me learning my limits in this costume of how far these arms can go, but we're gonna switch directions. If you were going backwards, you're now going forwards. You can start with some smaller ones, find some bigger ones, back on down to the smaller ones. That's it. We're gonna keep this going for another 5 seconds, so you should be getting some heat in those shoulders. That's our goal of the warm-up. All right, so now we're gonna get onto all fours and we're going to do a quadruped, which just means all fours, thoracic spine mobility, which sounds like a lot, but you're just gonna be on all fours here and you're gonna take your right arm, you're gonna reach it under your body towards the left. Then you're going to bring your arm up to the ceiling and follow it with your eyes. And then we'll do it again, reaching underneath. So we're letting our back really round. And then here we're stacking one shoulder blade right on top of the other. That's it, reach. And then one more time, up. All right, and then we'll do the same thing on your other side. So this time I'm gonna reach under this way and then come up. That's it, breathe as you go. So what we're trying to do is mobilize our upper back so that it can perform through a full range of motion. Okay, then it's an upper body class. So if you are surprised by this, I need you to reconsider. We are doing push-ups in our warm-up. Now, it's a beginner class, so we're gonna do our push-ups today from our knees. If you prefer to go from your feet, great, but I'm here on my knees. We're gonna actively pull ourselves down, exhale, press up. Just like that, actively pull down, exhale up. How we doing? There we go, core is tight, butt comes with you. Kind of hard to do in this outfit. I don't know how Mrs. Incredible does it. Inhale down, exhale up. That's right. We're gonna do one more exercise here on the ground before we stand up, and this is called beast reps. So we're gonna stay on all fours. We're gonna tuck our toes underneath us, and then we're gonna use our belly button, like we're gonna pull our belly button to the ceiling, using our abs to pull our knees just off the ground. Just like that. They're gonna hover for just a moment and then come right back down. So the goal is to make this all about your core. Hover up. There we go, hold. And back down. Let's do 3 more here. Lift, pull your shoulders down your back. So if this is going well, then what you're feeling here is that this is a really small movement that's actually really hard to do. There we go. So you could extend the hold if you wanted to make this a little harder, or maybe shorten it if we need to make it just a little bit lighter. Let's go one more time. Up here, and then back down, and guess what? We're getting 5 more push-ups to really get this warm. Knees are down. Inhale down, exhale up. Let's do it again. Are we actively pulling ourselves down? All 10 fingers on the ground. 2 more. 1 more. All right, final exercise in getting us warmed up. I know it's an upper body class, but we are going to do a couple of squats with a retraction of our shoulder blades. This is just to get our total body warm and ready. So we're gonna breathe in as we lower, reaching our arms forward, and then as we come up, we're gonna squeeze those shoulder blades together. We'll do it again. Breathe in, breathe out. In on the way down, out on the way up. I'm feeling a couple of pops in my costume, so I'm not gonna go quite as low. But if you are wearing maybe clothes that are made a little bit better, you can sink all the way down into your full range of motion. One more down, and then one more up. Okay, so we're warm. I need you to keep moving. Maybe it's just something like this. Maybe we do some shoulder circles. Maybe we open and close. But I need you to keep moving as we talk through our first exercises. First circuit, we're gonna do 2 exercises, both on the ground. So we're going to start with a chest press. This means we're gonna lay on the ground. We're gonna bring our kettlebell right beside us. So then I'm gonna lay back, feet are flat to the ground, knees are up. I'm gonna reach over and get my kettlebell right here in the corner of my kettlebell, and then bring it up. So now I'm ready to chest press. My wrist is straight. That's very important here. Then I'm gonna exhale, press up, inhale, actively pull my arm back down. Exhale up, inhale down. So that's how the chest press goes. When we're ready to change sides, you're just gonna drag it over your head and around to the other side. Safety first. Second exercise here, we have bicep curls. We're gonna be kneeling for these. 2 ways to do them. The way that's a little bit lighter is you're gonna hold on to the horns like this. Your arms are straight, then your arms bend. Just like that. Now, if that is easy, we're gonna take your hands, we're gonna put them face down into the belt. So now the belt is upside down, and we'll do our bicep curls that way. That'll make them feel just a little bit heavier. You ready? 20 to 30 seconds of each exercise, resting the remainder of a minute. Team, we start in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go here. So 20 to 30 seconds on just one side of our chest press. I give you a range so that you can find the number of reps that's right for you. Now, if you choose to do 20 seconds, you'll have extra rest than the person who chooses to do 30 seconds. It's a trade-off, and there's something for everyone. I'm going for 30 seconds, so we've got 3, 2, 1. Time for one more rep. All right, down, and I'm gonna carefully drag that kettlebell over around my head. So I'm not trying to change the kettlebell when it's over my face, because my mask is really only gonna protect but so much. So then we just get to lay here for another 13 seconds. We'll do our other side chest presses, 20 to 30 seconds, and then we'll rest the remainder of that minute too. Are we ready? We start in 3, 2, 1, we press up, inhale down. So you may notice I like to keep my spare hand on my belly. That's just a little reminder to me to engage my core as I press up. I don't want to have an arch under my back. I want to keep my lower back flat to the ground. There we go. So here we're working our chest, shoulders, and triceps, and then core for sure to keep us from leaning side to side. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna get my last rep. All right, that kettlebell goes down to the ground, and then we're gonna get ready for our bicep curls. Remember, you can have the kettlebell right side up or upside down. Try both. See what you like the best. When we are in this tall kneeling position, we need to squeeze our glutes forward and our abs nice and tight. This is also a good way to work your core just simply by holding this position. We ready? Let's go. Bicep curls up and right back down. So I am not swinging. I sure hope you're not either. We don't want to use momentum in this one. Momentum is not a muscle. Let's use our biceps. Keep your elbows right by your sides. That's it. So 20 seconds have passed. If you're staying with me to 30, we've got 4, 3, 2, 1, and you know I'm always going for that last rep. Okay, got a little juicy in there. Hope I don't bust my sleeves. Now, we do it all again. 20 seconds. Back to our right side chest presses. We're only going to do these twice, so once we're done with this round, we get to move on. So we're gonna get into position. Let's not show up late. I'm gonna get my kettlebell right in the corner, use both hands to lift it into position. I am ready to rock in 2, 1, and here we go. Now, as the kettlebell comes up, it should be right over your chest, not over your face. Then as you lower down, your elbow's at about 45-degree angle to your body. Not tucked in super tight and not way wide. 10 seconds. So I think Mrs. Incredible was a really she was very stretchy. 3, 2, 1. But I think about it sometimes, if you're too mobile, you lack stability. So really, Mrs. Incredible should get into the gym and lift some kettlebells, and she'd really support her extra mobile joints that way. I mean, what were they thinking when they made her? Now, we ready? 10 seconds. I'm ready. Gonna get into position. Bell is up, supported, and safe. 3, 2, 1. So 20 seconds is allowed, but if you want to stick with me, we're doing 30. Here we go. Breathe out as you press up. Inhale down. Halfway there, if you're doing the 30. So notice the difference between your right and left sides. My left side definitely lacks a little bit of the strength of my right. 3, 2, 1, and I'm getting that last rep. All right, kettlebell safely down to the ground. That's it. So it should go without saying, but I've had to say it before. Do not throw your kettlebells and do not toss them to the side. They do not bounce predictably, right? They're a funny shape. They bounce all over the place, and then that's where things can really get ugly. So always carefully place them on the ground, but for now, pick them up, bicep curls in 2, 1, we go, 30 seconds. How's your core here? Glutes are squeezed under, we're not sticking our butts out. That's it. 15 seconds. All right, all the way through here. My biceps are definitely feeling this one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Put it down. Okay, circuit 1 is done, well done. Circuit 2, you get 90 seconds here to just, rest and watch me, but here's how circuit 2 goes. Quadruped rows. We talked about quadruped, means being on all fours. If you have 2 kettlebells, the second one is really gonna come in handy. So I'm gonna be on all fours, but I'm gonna take my left arm and I'm gonna put it up on this kettlebell, and then that gives me a little space to do rows with my right. Now, if I feel that this is unstable, I could put it sideways like this, and then I've got a little bit more of a stable base to work with while still being elevated. If you don't have that, you could use a yoga block, a couple of books. If you have nothing, you can always put your hands straight on the ground. You'll just have a slightly limited range of motion. No big deal. Second exercise, we are back to this tall kneeling position for a single kettlebell overhead press. We hold on to the horns of the bell. We keep our butts tucked under, our abs squeezed tight, and we press up and over our head, and then right back down. So we'll see that again. Up and down. Do not press for reps you don't think you have. We don't want that kettlebell slipping through your hands. Are you ready? All right. We start in 10 seconds. I'm going to take the option with the bell up here. I'm very comfortable with kettlebells. If you need your kettlebell flat or none at all, that's okay. 3, 2, and 1. I'm in all fours. My chest is open. That's it. I'm pulling my right shoulder blade across my back towards my left shoulder blade. So I've got a decent grip on the bell, but I'm not squeezing like a death grip. But the kettlebell is also not coming through my fingers. It's nice and steady in the palm of my hand. That's it. 4, 3, 2, 1. And my little last rep for good luck. All right, we shake it out. We do your other side. Let's see, I'll face you for this one this time. So that means I need the kettlebell that's supporting me on my right. Left side is going to be the one doing the rows. 10 seconds to get started. Now, if you are flying through these reps, doing like a million every 30 seconds, slow it down. Strength involves control. 3, 2, 1, let's go. That's it. So notice that my chest is open towards you. I'm not rounded like this. I can't see my belly button. I can see you when I look up. That's it. But then let's try not to stare at the screen too much, and let's try to keep our head and neck neutral, a nice straight line from the top of our head all the way down to your hips. Keep pulling that shoulder blade across your body. 4, 3, 2, 1. My little rep. Okay. Tall kneeling, single bell, overhead presses. If you feel pain on an overhead press, you can always drop the weight and do it without any weight at all. It'll be really good for your body to get this mobility motion, keeping your core tight. We do not want to arch the back to get there. We want the belly and the lower ribs tucked under. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Exhale as you press up. Inhale, draw it down below your chin. Exhale up. That's it. I love this exercise for mobility and for seeing just how far my costume can stretch. All right, squad, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, that's it, good. All right, we do that one more time. One side row, other side row, overhead press, then we stretch. So we get ready for our row. I'm gonna start with my left arm this time. Sometimes I like to just switch up which one goes first. It's up to you. I know people who like to always choose their non-dominant side first, thus giving it kind of the freshest approach to the exercises. That works as well. 3, 2, 1, nice and stable here. Now notice even my non-working arm, that shoulder blade is pulled down my back. I'm not shrugged forward, right? It's really down there. That's it. 15 seconds. If you're on the 20 seconds, that's your mark. Sort of wishing at this moment I had taken the 20-second option, but I committed. 3, 2, 1. All right. Get ready for our other side. So look, these exercises, a lot of them can be done very similarly with a dumbbell. So that's true. A lot of exercises in the gym you could use a dumbbell, a barbell, you could use a kettlebell. We're choosing a kettlebell now as just one of our instruments to learn some new things. Sometimes the grip is a little different, the way it moves is a little different. 3, 2, 1, here we go. That's it. Make sure we're initiating by moving that shoulder blade. Here we go. We have 15 seconds. And part of what makes these hard right now is that we've already worked our biceps. So when we work our biceps before we do our rows, we've already exhausted some of the muscles that are helping us. 3, 2, 1. So the way we organize our exercises matters. But I like to give you variety in that. Sometimes we'll work our smaller muscles before our bigger muscles. Usually we'll go the other way around, but it's good to give our bodies varied challenges. It's also good to learn about our bodies and see how they feel throughout various approaches of training. Ready? 5 seconds. We're going for our overhead press. Butt under, pull those abs back. Let's go. We have to pull that bell below our chins to get a full range of motion. That's it. And why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we want to train our bodies through their optimal ranges? 10 seconds to go for the 30 seconds. Come on, team. 4, 3, 2, 1. And my final rep for fun. All right. So we are going to stretch. You did great with that. So we got in 4 different exercises, 2 sets each. We are going to stretch by going into a child's pose, which means you're just gonna sit your hips towards your heels. It's okay if you don't get all the way there. And you're gonna bring your arms forward and you're gonna pray that your costume doesn't snap. Then from there, you're gonna take your one hand and reach it. So I'm gonna take my left hand, put it on top of my right, and then really pull back to get a stretch down the left side. That's it. Then we'll do the same thing with both hands coming over to the left. My right hand goes on top. Now you can notice I'm really trying to put some weight in my right hip to really get the stretch down this side. Let's breathe. All right, and then you know me, I love anything that involves laying down. So we're gonna lay on our backs. We're gonna take our arms wide with our palms up. We're gonna take both knees and drop them to the left so that now I've got my knees towards the left and I'm looking over my right shoulder, keeping my right shoulder blade as close to the ground as I can. That's it. And then same thing over the other side, knees go right. I'm gonna look over that left shoulder blade and breathe. And that's it. Thank you, Sunny Squad, for joining me for this upper body kettlebell workout. I am your coach, Mrs. Incredible. See you soon.